bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here.
Who's that? Who? What? Taking control. Success is in their view. This is my idea, my way, my day. The D Factor Radio Show presents the Spotlight Professional Entrepreneur of the Week.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom.
Hey guys, we are back. You are now listening to the D Factor Radio Show, and I am Dee Williams, and we are almost coming to an end of the show. However, every week since this show has started, we have highlighted an entrepreneur who is doing some amazing things with their business, who've actually launched their business and has received some great rewards from launching their business. And as you all know, I love to spotlight other businesses, but today I'm spotlighting my business because this is something that I am getting a lot of feedback about and how I have been impacting and inspiring the world. So for you guys that don't know, I am not just a radio show host of the D Factor Radio Show, but I also own a consulting firm, which is called Identifies Consulting. And Identifies Consulting is a coaching, a retraining, recruitment firm that really allows individuals just like you every day to start their own business, to start their own recruitment and staffing business. And I have been in this industry for about 19 years, and I have had my ups and downs, Lord knows, working for other people, stepping out on my own, working for myself, going back, working for somebody else again, and then going back and stepping out and working for myself again. And just really quickly, I want to share this story before I tell you a little bit more about Identifies and why I am inspired, why I am probably here on this show today. A few years ago, about three years ago, I'm working on, I think my 3rd year anniversary is next month, but 3 years ago, I was working a full-time job. I was taking care of 3 kids and a dog, and by myself, in a house and a car and all those great things. And one day I was sitting in the office, wasn't necessarily liking the way my working situation was going. I was sitting in the office, and honestly, I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but just like you and I are sitting here talking, like as clearly as you can hear me and as clearly as I can hear you, somebody said, "You got to quit your job." And I said, "Oh no, you've got to be crazy. I am not quitting my job." And honestly, that voice came back to me and said, "It is time." And the funny thing about that is that I had been on the side kind of training other staffing firms and different things like that, never once thinking about launching a business again because I had launched a business prior and it failed and I gave up. Oh my gosh, did Dee say that? Yes, I gave up. And when I say I gave up hard. I mean, I got depressed, and if that's a word, I don't like to claim that word, but I really started feeling down and kind of beating myself up. And I just thought, you know what? I'm not gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be a normal person, and I'm going to get up and work a 9 to 5, and I'm going to just collect my paycheck, and I'm just going to just live. And my mentor came to me one day and where I was working, and we were eating lunch and kind of going over work or what have you. And I was kind of, saying all these little business ideas or whatever. And he said, "You're only here for a season, and they know that too." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You know what I'm talking about, Dee. You're only here for a season." And I said, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a normal person. I work a 9 to 5. I'm normal. I am not an entrepreneur." He said, "You may want to deny that all you want, but I just want you to know that you're only here for a season." And months went by, and I started gaining clients kind of accidentally, and doing it pro bono because I love what I do. I absolutely am passionate about showing people how to master the art of staffing, recruiting, consulting, headhunting, all those great things. And I met a lady, and she said to me, "I want you to come train our recruiters on using social media." And I thought, okay, cool. I'll take a half a day off of work. And she says, "Who do I send the check to?" And I said, "No, this one's on the house." And she said, "Oh no, I'm paying your business." And I said, "I don't have a business." And she said, "Well, you got a lot of work to do before this training," and hung up in my ear. And so I kind of went home. I thought, well, if I'm going to get paid for it, I want to kind of get it together. So I started Identifies Consulting, with less than $500. She did pay me. She's still working with me to this very day. And this business started in my living room, on my sofa that's completely destroyed from me sitting on it all the time, trying to build a website and train and coach people. But I tell you, that first 6 months was very hard. I didn't make any money and I had quit my job, which was absolutely crazy. I advise you not to quit your job unless you have some type of cushion. But I did it. I stepped out on faith and I made that happen. And it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. It was definitely my blessing. That voice was a voice that I'm so thankful that I listened to, because Identifies is going on its third year. Oh my gosh, cannot believe that. And it's funny because my boss told me that the business wouldn't even make it. Nobody wanted recruitment training. I get about four to five calls per day with individuals who've seen my YouTube videos, seen how you can make $250,000 to $1 million in your first year business in the recruiting and staffing industry. It is not a game. It is real. It's not MLM, which I don't have a problem with MLM, but this is a real live startup business. And so Identifies Consulting is about just that. If you are out there and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, and for you, putting people in jobs is rewarding. You can do that and make a lot of money and kind of help somebody else's life, help fulfill somebody else's life and fulfill your life as well. If you think about it from a larger perspective, there are 5 major events that people have in their lives. One is having a baby, getting married, graduating from college, buying a house. And what's the last one? A job. So, Dee Williams is here to help guide you to starting your business. You can reach out to Identifies Consulting. The number there is 866-432-8801. Again, that number is 866-432-8801. Or you can reach us at identifiesconsulting.com. ID is in David, EN is in Nancy, T is in Tom, I, F is in Frank, IZE consulting.com. I know that name is so long. But so I am the Spotlight Entrepreneur of the Week. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. Awesome.